Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I'm enjoying the wonderful, beautiful weather outside here today. This week's Torah portion is Mattot, Masei, and in Mattot, Masei we have the story of Reuben and God and half the tribe of Manasseh, who say, we really like it where we are. We want to stay where we are. We want to stay in this place. And the solution that Moses comes up with is, this isn't the end of the journey. This isn't all that we have. This isn't all that we have to do. We have to go on to the land of Israel. We have to get to that place. But after we complete our journey, after we settle in the land of Israel, you two should feel free to make your way back and to get used to things in the way they were, though others may decide that they find more meaning in the new way, in the new place in which they're in. I'm reflecting on this particular idea in relation to our moment in which we're in now, that so many of us are in a place on a journey where we can't wait to go back to the place that we were, the familiarity that it represented, the comfort it represented in a life that we once knew. And yet, in this moment, before we can go back to that place, we have to journey to a new place first. We have to go to the new place. We have to go to that place that's uncomfortable. We have to go to that place that's more challenging. We have to go to that place that's next, because if we don't do that, we can't get back. So whether that means the challenging realities of having to wear a mask wherever we happen to be, whether it means navigating challenging situations in relation to our families and not being able to see them, or related to our jobs, that we are called upon to live in this new space and then hopefully thereafter be able to return. But one of the things that we may also discover through this time is that while we're in this new place, there may be things that we learn, there may be things that we come to appreciate in a new way, that we experience only because we had to, and we want to carry with us as we move forward. One of the areas that I've really been attuned to throughout this process, and that I'm really trying to focus on as we enter into the season to come of Elul, which will be in just a few weeks, and then the high holidays thereafter, is the idea of how do we work on our own personal relationship with God? How do we work on our own familial relationship with our faith, rather than simply within the communal context? Then in so many other ways, we're able to create those spaces, we're able to live in those moments, whether it's lighting Hanukkah candles or Passover Seders. But when it comes to our prayer lives, when it comes to our relationship with so many other facets of Jewish life, we relinquish it to communal life, whether it be to the clergy or whether to the synagogue or to other institutions. And so my fervent hope as we enter into this new season, as we navigate this challenging reality in which we're in, is that we really take advantage of this time. We really take advantage of this moment to attune ourselves to the realities of our time, to attune ourselves to our own personal relationship with God, trying to explore, what does Shabbat look like when it's just me? What does prayer look like when it's just me? What does tzedakah look like? What kind of world do I want to create where it's only up to me to create that? Which means a lot of responsibility, a lot of discomfort, and a lot of challenges, but I think in all ways very meaningfully for us to be able to connect. So in the coming weeks, as we begin to unroll what in-person services look like at the synagogue, what our high holiday plans are, what we have in store, I hope that as we begin to find more opportunities to come together, that we don't lose sight of the value of doing things by ourselves, of having those conversations, of engaging in a personal relationship with God and with our faith. And hopefully, even as we carry back into a world of normalcy, we get back to that place that we find most familiar, we'll be better, we'll be improved, and we'll be restored because of that challenging work that we engaged in along the way. Shabbat Shalom.